in the gravitation, in the point gravitation, we have started the point how to calculate orbital velocity, and now I'm moving on the point of altitude. We have discussed the time period of satellite also. In the expression of time period, we discussed that T is equal to 2 pi r upon V. V is what your? It is the orbital velocity. And we discussed that orbital velocity is equal to root gm upon r. That is what? Root gm upon r. That means 2 pi r. I will utilize here. It is the r divided by root gm. That is the expression. Then you will get T is equal to 2 pi root. You will get here r cube divided by g. This r is equal to r plus h. That point we have discussed. R is equal to r plus h. If I am going to place this point here, r is equal to r plus h, then you will get T is equal to 2 pi. It is r plus h whole cube divided by gm. This is the expression of time period. Now we will calculate the altitude. We will calculate the altitude by use of this same expression. By use of this same expression, we will calculate the altitude. How? Apply this format here. For calculation of altitude, I am going to square this equation both sides. You will get T square is equal to 4 pi square r plus h whole cube divided by gm. That means r plus h whole cube. And I will get here g and p square divided by 4 pi square. You will get r plus h is equal to g and p square 4 pi square and cube root of this one 1 by 3. And my target to calculate h. So now h is ready. That h is equal to g and p square divided by 4 pi square cube root minus r. This is the expression of altitude of satellite. This is the expression of altitude of satellite. Next point, angular momentum of satellite. Angular momentum of satellite. Symbol of angular momentum is L, and L is expressed by product of mass velocity into radius. L is equal to mvr. Expression of V we have already developed. Expression of V is what? Root gm by r into r. Please make sure this is small m is mass of satellite and this capital N is the mass of planet. If I am talking for the Earth, then it is the mass of Earth. Then if I am going to merge it, and this r is what? This r is the orbit radius. This r is what? Orbit radius. If I am going to take this m and this r inside the square, you will get gm. You will get m square r square divided by r. That means I can get only this one. It is the gm m square r. That is the expression of angular momentum. If I want to calculate energy of an orbiting satellite, the next point, energy of an orbiting satellite. Then energy of orbiting satellite means energy is always combination of kinetic energy plus potential energy. Energy is always combination of kinetic energy plus potential energy. The total energy is the combination of kinetic energy plus potential energy. Potential is symbol is U. Potential energy is what? Potential energy is U is equal to minus gmm by r. We have derived this expression in the previous class, expression of gravitational potential and gravitational potential energy. So we derived this expression, and that is the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Now expression of V we have already developed. That is V is what? That is the root gm by r. If you are going to place this format, then you will get kinetic energy is equal to half m and square of it. That is the gm by r. That is the expression of kinetic energy. If you are going to add these four, potential energy is gmm by r and kinetic energy is gmm divided by 2r. That means you will get here minus gmm by 2r. That is the value of total energy. That means you can say total energy is the half of potential energy, or it is the negative sign of kinetic energy. Total energy is the half of potential energy, or it is the negative of kinetic energy. Binding energy of satellite. Just before we have discussed what is the total energy of satellite, and total energy of satellite we have calculated. What is the total energy of satellite? That is the minus gmm divided by 2r. That is the expression of total energy. Total energy available in negative. So please define it. The energy required to remove the satellite. The energy required to remove the satellite from its orbit. The energy required to remove the satellite. To remove the satellite from its orbit. From its orbit around the Earth to infinity. Around the Earth to infinity. Around the Earth to infinity is called binding energy. Is called binding energy. Is called binding energy. Please concentrate here. What is the meaning of binding energy? That how much amount of energy required to remove the satellite from the orbit, from its orbit around the Earth to infinity. I want to transfer satellite from its orbit to the infinite state, then I will say it is the binding energy. Binding energy is the amount of energy by which I can transfer satellite from its orbit to the infinite state. Then it will be termed as the binding energy. I hope binding energy is equal to, I hope this point is clear to you. And mathematically, binding energy will be equal to total energy, but make sure its sign will be what? Exactly positive. So binding energy is equal to GMM by 2R. Whatever the energy by which satellite is bound to its orbit, if I am going to provide same energy to satellite, then satellite will leave its orbit. And this energy will be called your binding energy. This is the energy amount by which satellite is bound to its orbit, and same energy is required if satellite want to release, satellite want to out from this orbit and want to transfer to infinity. I hope this point should be clear to you. What is the meaning of binding energy? Types of satellite. Satellites are of two types. One is geostationary and one is polar. One is what? Geostationary and one is polar. Satellites are of two types, geostationary and polar. Now, first we are taking what are geostationary satellite. Geostationary satellite, as the name suggests, that these satellites remain stationary with respect to Earth. Geo for Earth and stationary for in a same position. The satellite which remains constant, its position is not changing with respect to Earth. Please note it down. A satellite which appears to be at a fixed position. The satellite which appears to be a fixed position, to be at a fixed position, to at a fixed position to an observer on Earth, or height to an observer on Earth, to an observer on Earth is called geostationary satellite. Is called geostationary satellite. Before binding energy, we have discussed the total energy and the angular momentum. That is, right now we are having the recording for this class. No worry, I will forward it. Geostationary satellite, I will write it GSS, geostationary satellite. GSS revolves around the Earth. GSS revolves around the Earth. GSS revolves around the Earth with the same angular speed, with the same angular speed and in the same angular speed and in the same direction as done by Earth around its axis, as done by Earth around its axis, because we have seen that position of geostationary satellite is fixed or at a constant height with respect to an observer who is seeing the geostationary satellite from Earth. Then this satellite always appears at the same position. How it is possible? This is possible only in the one situation, that if whatever the speed by which Earth is revolving on its axis in the same direction, if satellite is also having the similar angular speed in the same direction, then there is the no relative velocity, no relative movement between the satellite and the observer present on the Earth. That's why position of the satellite is not changed. Position of the satellite is not changed with respect to observer available on the Earth. So this is the prime condition for an object, for an satellite to be geostationary satellites. Then definitely time period of this satellite will be what? That is, time period of this satellite should be 24 hours. These satellites also should complete one cycle in 24 hours. If these satellites are completing one complete cycle in 24 hours, then what should be their altitude? What should be their altitude? We have already developed the expression of altitude to memorize it. What was the altitude expression there? That h is equals to what? Memorize. What is the expression of time period we have defined? That t is equals to, whenever you are going to forget, don't worry. You are having the basic formula. T is equals to what? 2 pi r upon v. Always utilize. And v is equals to what? That is the root gm by a. There is no worry. Then what is the expression of time period? That is the 2 pi. It is the r cube divided by gn. So what is the expression of h here? Expression of h will be gn t square 4 pi square cube root 1 by 3 minus r. That is the expression of h. That is the expression of h available here. Now, I know what is the expression of T. I know the mass of Earth. Capital G is always a constant. 4 pi square is also pure number. Radius of it although not. So if I am going to place here T is equals to 24 hours. T is equals to 24 hours. And by knowing all other data, then I will get H is equals to how much? It is about 36,000 kilometers. H is what? 36,000 kilometers. That means height of geostationary satellite is about 36,000 kilometers. That is nearly roughly 6 times of radius of Earth. If I am calculating orbital velocity, orbit velocity of GSS, that is geostationary satellite, then what is the expression? V is equals to root gm by r. What is r? R is equals to r plus h. I got the value of h, that is how much? 36,000 kilometers. I know the value of already r, that is 6,400 kilometers. If I am going to place the data, then orbit velocity is coming to what? That comes to me about 3.1 kilometer per second. Memorize. When we ignored the value of h, at that moment orbit velocity was about 7.9 to about 8 kilometer per second. But when we are having this much height, 36,000 kilometer height, our orbit velocity is only 3.1 kilometer per second. That is, orbital velocity is reduced significantly by increase of this height. This is the orbit velocity of geostationary satellites. I hope these points are clear. Yes, no? Quickly respond. Student, respond. Is this point okay? GSS are used for the purpose of communication. For the purpose of communication. That's why these are also named as communication satellites. These are also used as communication satellites. Geostationary satellites are used for communication purpose. That's why these are also named as communication satellites. And this is just only for information purpose. The Telestar. Telestar, it was the first GSS launched by USA. Telestar, it was the first GSS launched by USA in 1962. It was launched in 1962. And India is also having the series of GSS. India is also having the series of GSS, that is the INSAT 2B and INSAT 2C. INSAT series of India, that is INSAT 2B and INSAT 2C. That is the series of India for GSS. INSAT 2B and INSAT 2C are the series of GSS for India. Now, one question is usually asked, what are the essential conditions for GSS? What are the essential conditions of GSS? Like if I want a satellite to be a geostationary satellite, then what are the essential conditions? First condition we have shown that time period of this satellite should be how much? 24 hours. For that purpose, how much altitude I needed? That is 36,000 kilometers. I needed the 24 hours time period. I needed the 36,000 kilometer height. And at the third point, it should revolve in an orbit concentric and coplanar. It should revolve in an orbit. It should revolve in an orbit concentric and coplanar. Concentric and coplanar with the equatorial plane. With the equatorial plane. With the equatorial plane. So the plane of orbit of satellite. So the plane of orbit of satellite. So plane of orbit of satellite is normal to axis of rotation of Earth. Is normal to axis of rotation of Earth. Normal to axis of rotation of Earth. That is the third requirement for geostationary satellite. Fourth condition for the geostationary satellite, its sense of rotation. Its sense of rotation should be similar. Its sense of rotation should be similar. Should be similar to whom? Definitely with the Earth. Its sense of rotation should be similar to Earth. Sense of rotation should be similar to Earth. About its own axis. About its own axis. That is from west to east. That is from west to east. West to east. And its orbital velocity is what? And its orbital velocity is about 3.1 kilometer per second. Its orbital velocity is about 3.1 kilometer per second. These are the essential conditions for GSS. Polar satellites. As the name suggests, these satellites are revolving in the polar orbits. These satellites are revolving in the polar orbits. These satellites revolve in polar orbits around Earth. These satellites revolve in polar orbits. Revolve in polar orbits. Now, let it clear that what is the meaning of equatorial orbit and what is the meaning of polar orbit. So see, this is your Earth. You will see this is your equator and this is your polar axis. This will be called your equatorial orbit. This is your equator. It will be called your equatorial orbit. This is your polar axis. And I will say this is your polar orbit. This will be your polar orbit. The Fanny satellite is revolving in the equatorial orbit. That means it is following this kind of trajectory. This is coplanar to equatorial orbit. And if polar satellites, I am talking, polar satellites are revolving in polar orbit, so this will be trajectory of polar satellites. It is polar satellites revolving. Polar satellites revolving, and here GSS, geostationary satellites are revolving. I hope point of polar orbit, point of equatorial orbit is clear to you that what are the meaning of these things. Next point, these polar satellites are low altitude satellites. These are low altitude satellites. These are low altitude satellites. Low altitude satellites. And what is the height about? Height is about 500 to 800 kilometers. 500 to 800 kilometers. Definitely height is very less. So time required to complete one revolution will be quite small. Time required to complete one cycle will be quite small. It is about 100 minutes. Time period is about 100 minutes. Definitely it is variable as per to the height. But it's about time period is 100 minutes. Quite small. GSS takes 24 hours to complete one cycle. And polar satellites require about 100 minutes. That in a single day, polar satellite can take a number of tons of the Earth. In each and every cycle, it is going to visualize the one strip. In next cycle, it is going to visualize the one more strip. So with the help of a single polar satellite, we can watch or we can observe the complete Earth here. in the 1 by 1 strips here. Time period of polar satellite is about 100 minutes. These satellites move around the poles of Earth. Please attach the next point. The satellite moves around the poles of Earth that we have shown here in the sketch, around the poles of Earth from north to south direction, from north to south direction, from north to south direction, and Earth revolves on its axis from west to east. Revolution of Earth on its axis is what? West to east, and polar satellites are moving from here. That is going from north to south. These are perpendicular. These both are having the perpendicular. And basic uses of polar satellites, that is the detective purpose. Detective purpose. Please write this point. If a camera is fitted, and that is basically the purpose of polar satellite. If a camera is fitted on a polar satellite, it can view only a small strip. It can view only a small strip of this Earth, only a small strip of the Earth in one orbit. A small strip of Earth in one orbit.